Reviews of Ngũgĩ wa Thiong'o's 2006 novel, Wizard of the Crow, describe it as baroque, wholly absurd, and a rollicking adventure. Spanning an epic length, the narrative draws inspiration from oral storytelling traditions as it unravels the corrupt exploits of the ruler, who governs a fictional post-colonial African nation. Within this satirical portrayal of political corruption, a magical love story unfolds between Kamiti and Nyawira, unwittingly becoming symbols of hope in the face of ongoing authoritarian oppression. The Free Republic of Aburiria is ruled by its second tyrannical leader, who has been in power for so long that even he struggles to recall his ascension to the throne. However, his rule is driven solely by personal gain, whether it be accumulating wealth or pursuing glory. His cabinet of sycophantic ministers engage in a constant competition to outdo one another in their obsequiousness. To this end, they undergo surgical alterations to enhance their abilities. Machakali enlarges his eyes to spot regime traitors, Sikioku stretches his ears to hear conspirators more clearly, and Big Ben Mambo enhances his tongue to spread the ruler's propaganda. During the ruler's birthday celebration, Machakali proposes a grandiose project in his honor, the construction of the world's tallest building, to be named Marching to Heaven. Despite the impoverishment of the people of Aburiria, the ruler sees this endeavor as a worthy investment. Tajirika, a friend of Machakali and owner of the Eldar's modern construction and real estate company, is appointed as the chairman of the project. News of Tajirika's newfound prosperity spreads, attracting long queues of job seekers to his company. Among them is Kamiti, despite his impressive education in India, who finds himself unemployed and facing humiliation when Tajirika not only rejects his application but also belittles him in the process. Nyawira, who works as Tajirika's secretary, witnesses Kamiti's humiliation and secretly comforts him. Determined to make a living, Kamiti decides to become a beggar and stations himself outside the Paradise Hotel. However, Machakali, eager to attract investors for the ambitious Marching to Heaven project, organizes a reception at the hotel for officials from the Global Bank. Simultaneously, Nyawira's dissident group, the Movement for the Voice of the People, gathers to protest against the grandiose undertaking. When the police arrive, they disperse the beggars and protesters, deeming them unfavorable for potential investors. Two persistent officers chase Nyawira and Kamiti all the way to Nyawira's house. To deter the officers, Kamiti hastily constructs a sign using chicken bones, bearing the words "Enter at your own risk," and signs it as the Wizard of the Crow. Frightened by the prospect of witchcraft, the officers retreat. Nyawira and Kamiti remain in hiding at her house. The following morning, one of the officers returns, seeking the wizard's assistance in advancing his career. Kamiti performs some magic tricks with mirrors, and coincidentally, the officer receives a promotion upon returning to work. Kamiti's reputation as a sorcerer spreads rapidly, and he becomes an overnight sensation. Soon, a line of officers forms outside Nyawira's house, seeking auspicious spells from the acclaimed wizard. Remarkably, those who seek the wizard's aid find themselves experiencing improved fortunes, further enhancing his fame. Even Tajirika seeks the wizard's help to cure his white-ache disease. Kamiti and Nyawira thrive in their roles as the enigmatic Wizard of the Crow, establishing a shrine where they offer occult services to those in need. Meanwhile, Nyawira continues her involvement in dissident activities. On the day of the grand celebration for Marching to Heaven, she orchestrates a provocative act, instructing a group of women protesters to expose their naked bottoms. Outraged by this act, the ruler discovers Nyawira's identity through her ex-husband, who seizes the opportunity to gain favor with the government, revealing her true name to Sikioku, known for his enhanced hearing capabilities. Hence, Nyawira is declared the #1 enemy of the state. Determined to capture her, extensive efforts are made, but when those fail, Sikioku apprehends Tajirika's wife as a substitute for Nyawira. Although the wife is eventually released, Tajirika, fueled by rage over her alleged activities, even though they are fabricated, physically assaults her. Seeking help, she turns to the shrine where Nyawira, assuming the role of the wizard, listens to her plight. In response, Nyawira rallies a group of rebel women, and together they retaliate against Tajirika with violence. As news of women assaulting men spreads throughout the country, rumors abound. Meanwhile, consumed by his tower construction project, the ruler travels to America to engage in talks with potential investors. Unaccustomed to facing objections, the ruler falls ill with a condition known as self-induced expansion when the bankers express doubts about the proposed project. He swells up like a balloon and struggles to speak. In a desperate attempt to find a remedy, the ruler summons the Wizard of the Crow to America. Kamiti successfully restores the ruler's ability to speak, and for 7 days, the ruler talks incessantly, while Kamiti sleeps and dreams of soaring over Africa as a bird. Despite his lingering swollen state, the ruler returns to Aburiria, sparking speculations of his pregnancy. Upon his return, Kamiti discovers that the shrine has been destroyed. The ruler demands that the wizard publicly address the pregnancy rumors. Disguised as the wizard, Kamiti takes the stage and recounts his dream. He describes how, during his flight over Africa, he witnessed the presence of evil. The nation, he explains, is pregnant with possibilities for change, and it is up to the people to determine whether they bring forth good or evil. Kamiti also declares his love for Nyawira. In the audience, Nyawari's ex-husband shoots Kamiti, but he survives and joins Nyawira's underground rebel movement. Amidst political maneuverings, the ruler is ousted, and Tajirika proclaims himself the emperor of Aburiria after announcing the demise of baby democracy. Wizard of the Crow is not Ngũgĩ wa Thiong'o's first foray into political satire, as it follows a lineage of his previous works in the same genre. In 1977, Ngũgĩ wrote a play that mocked Kenya's dictator, Daniel Arap Moi, resulting in his imprisonment and subsequent exile. This personal experience may lead readers to interpret Wizard of the Crow as a parody of Moi's tyrannical regime. However, Ngũgĩ's satire extends beyond the specific context and encompasses a broader scope. The novel takes aim at the avarice of those in positions of power, including self-serving post-colonial dictators and profit-driven neo-colonial multinational corporations. Yet, amidst the critique, Ngũgĩ infuses the narrative with enduring humor and an unwavering belief in the collective strength of the people to overcome tyranny. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.